It was supposed to be the season that proved the WNBA had finally arrived. Headlines were ready, the arenas booked, the TV deals inked. And at the center of it all stood Caitlin Clark, the lightning rod, the ratings magnet, the one player who could drag women's basketball from niche to national conversation. But now, with each passing day, the reality grows darker. Caitlin Clark may not step on the court again this year, and if that happens, the entire league could be staring at its worst nightmare. The signs were there long before the latest injury. Report ESPN had circled August 12th as her return date. The Indiana Fever even dangled hope by listing her as a game-time decision against the Dallas Wings. Then, in one deflating press conference, head coach Stephanie White cut that optimism. 2 pieces Clark hadn't been practicing. She wasn't ready. She was out. That hopeful date was never realistic, just another mirage in a season full of them. Clark's absence is no small detail. She has missed 19 of the Fever's 32 games, felled by a carousel of soft tissue injuries. Quad strains, groin pulls, muscle issues that never seem to heal before something else flares up. And every update from White feels like a masterclass in saying nothing. No timetable. Day by day, she's building endurance. She's running full court, but not in practice. For a franchise player, not in practice might as well mean nowhere. Near game ready. Meanwhile, Indiana's moves off the court tell an even more ominous story. The Fever signed 33-year-old Odyssey Sims to a hardship contract, a move born of desperation rather than strategy. Their backup guards are out for the season, their depth chart is in shambles. Instead of gearing up for a playoff push, they're patching leaks just to stay afloat. And through it all, they keep teasing Clark's return, stringing fans along until the last minute. When the announcement inevitably comes that she won't play, the damage to fans is incalculable. People who hadn't watched a second of women's basketball before Clark are now planning vacations around Fever games, buying season tickets, investing their hearts and wallets in the WNBA, and in return, they get vague injury updates and late-game scratches. For those who bet on games, it's worse. Gambling lines shifting on a whim because the league won't be transparent. The strategy might help sell a few more tickets in the short term, but the long-term cost is trust. When Clark sits, the WNBA feels it instantly. Ticket prices for her games drop by as much as 71% when she's out. Viewership plummets by more than half, and social media engagement dries up. She is the needle. Without her, the entire machine slows to a crawl. The All-Star game proved it. 2, a 36% drop in ratings when she couldn't participate. Even though it was held in Indianapolis, her adopted hometown, that's not coincidence. It's dependence. The league's marketing, television schedules, and attendance projections for 2025 all orbit around one player. Without Clark, an average WNBA broadcast draws about 549,000 viewers. With her, 1.26 million. That's the kind of difference that makes or breaks sponsorships, broadcast renewals, and franchise valuations. This isn't just losing a star. It's losing the gravitational force holding the league together. For Clark, the toll isn't just physical. On Sue Bird's podcast, she admitted she's never faced anything like this. She's been healthy her entire career, never missing games due to injury, and now she's stuck in an endless cycle of rehab and setbacks.
Ow.
The pressure to return is immense. She knows the ticket sales, the TV numbers, the energy of an entire sport hinge on her. But she also knows that being tossed back into Game 30 without a ramp-up is a recipe for disaster, and the whispers are getting louder. Is Indiana's front office mishandling her recovery? Are there tensions between Clark and the coaching staff? Some even suggest the organization isn't being fully transparent about the severity of her injuries. In pro sports, no timetable often translates to, "Don't get your hopes up." It's the language teams use to prepare fans for the worst while buying themselves time. The ripple effect is brutal. Players who once threw shade at Clark, voting her 9th among guards for the All-Star game, brushing off her impact now, face the reality that their own relevance is tied to her. Without Clark in the spotlight, the WNBA slips back toward the shadows. And with every passing empty seat and underwhelming TV number, the truth gets harder to ignore. This league built its identity around one person, and now that person is breaking down. The stats tell a bleak story. 4 separate injuries in one season. Declining attendance for non-Clark games, merch sales stalling, barely improving over last year's numbers. The Fever's desperation, signings, and White's careful phrasing all point toward the same grim possibility. Clark may not return this season at all. And if she doesn't, 2026 becomes the new finish line. But even if she comes back, the million-dollar question remains, will she be the same? Soft tissue injuries have a way of lingering, of stealing explosiveness, of making a once fearless athlete hesitate. The WNBA's gamble on Clark was all in, and if she can't recapture her form, the fallout could be devastating. For now, fans are trapped in limbo. It's refreshing their feeds for updates that never bring good news. They bought into the dream, the rise of a league on the back of a generational talent, and now they're watching that dream unravel. Without Clark, the WNBA is what it's always been, a niche league fighting for attention in a crowded sports world. The panic is real, and time is running out. Every day Clark stays out is another day the WNBA risks losing the momentum it fought so hard to build. And if this truly is the end of her season, it won't just be the Indiana Fever that pays the price. It'll be an entire league forced to reckon with what happens when your golden goose goes down, and there's no one else ready to take her place. If you love the game, if you believe in the future of women's basketball, this is the moment to pay attention. Will Caitlin Clark return to save the season, or will this be remembered as the year the WNBA's greatest opportunity slipped away? Let us know your thoughts in the comments, hit that like button, and subscribe for more deep dives into the stories shaking the sports world.